couple quick notes. 84 points is the most scored by the Blue Raiders at home this year. Tyler Millen's 15 points are a new career high. And the Blue Raiders starting lineup tonight featured jersey numbers 1 through 5 for just the second time in at least 23 years. Only other time was March 2nd of last year.
That is work right there. That is some research. That is a stat. That's good work, Thomas. Real happy with the win. UTEP is a tough-nosed team. You know, Joe does a really good job year in and year out. You know, watched his team when he was at Abilene and now the last 2 years at UTEP. And no matter who's on their roster, they are tough, gritty, play hard group. So really happy with the win. It was a higher scoring game than I think anybody anticipated, you know, but both teams shot well. I thought there for a while we were just kind of trading baskets with each other, but got some big stops down the stretch. Dish made 2 big free throws, and then the right-handed hook scored about 4 in a row that were big points for us. So anytime you got 5 guys in double figures, and I think you're going to win most of those games, and we were able to kind of keep them from being out in transition with a ton of live ball turnovers all night. The game got tight at a point when we were having live ball turnovers. So we got to clean that up, but that's kind of who they are. That's what they force is live ball turnovers, and you know we were able to get a good win here at home. Questions?
How did y'all regroup after that final media timeout? I think there was 4 turnovers in a 4-minute stretch. That gave 6 points, brought them within 2. Cam was going to the line with free throws. How did you regroup and be able to go on that huge run in the game?
Well, we just talked in the huddle that, you know, we're up 2. After these free throws, we'll be up 4, and it's about getting stops at this point. Both teams are in a double bonus. We had two timeouts, the jump ball. In those situations, you're supposed to win your home game. You know, you got a lot of things that down the stretch you've worked your tail off to have a 2-point lead and makes the free throws, and you got a 2-possession lead. And now it's just about stringing together some stops. And, you know, we were able to get some big stops down the stretch.
The UTEP's posts were really having sort of those jump hooks going early and some of the post moves around the basket. We all were able to slow that down in the second half. What adjustments did y'all make sort of as a post unit to help calm that down and take that out of the game plan?
They're really good at getting angles, and we wanted to take away the angles, but doing that early in the game, we was letting them get too deep. So in the second half, we were sure to push them off the block a little bit and take away the angles, make them score over us, and they didn't finish it as well as they did.
So UTEP scored some sort of circus layups there in the second half, and then I think you guys started to get a couple of those to fall. Millen got that one that rolled off the rim. But what was that like to see you guys get some breaks like that, and then even shoot, I think, 70% as a team in the second half?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're getting stuff going like that, all you can do is just keep getting downhill. They were fouling, and we knew we was in a bonus, so we wanted to be aggressive. So when you're being aggressive, trying to get those fouls, and you're getting them to fall, it can be nothing but good for you.
Coach, you guys had that 2-game skid down in Florida. You had the extra couple of days of preparation coming into this one. Is there something specific you guys worked on in practice to kind of right the ship coming into this one?
We just talked about starting to doing a better job of taking care of the ball. You know, that trip to Florida is a tough one. You know, you got a really good team at FAU, and then the backside of the trip, FIU, you've got 1 day to prepare for a team that is going to make you play so different than any other game the rest of the year. That they're very aggressive with their press, and the game is really high tempo. And you've got 1 day to prepare for it, and that 1 day is in between games. And so when you've got some guys that have played a lot of minutes the night before, you can't really simulate what they're about to get themselves into. And so it can take you a little while to kind of get used to the flow and the rhythm of that kind of game. And makes them very difficult to beat. They're 10-4 at home. FAU hasn't lost at home this year. So that's why winning at home is so important. You know, getting road wins is very difficult. And so if you want to be up towards the top in your league, you've got to win at home. And I think we're 25-2 here in our last 27 home games. So we've got to continue to be tough to beat here.
It seemed like there was a lot of good ball movement. I think there was only 11 assists on 34 made baskets, but a lot of that was because there was open lanes to drive.
Yep.
Before taking advantage of it. How pleased were you to see how the ball moved around on offense to get those looks?
Again, it's really important. For I always feel like when you've got multiple offensive weapons and guys that when you can distribute the scoring and the shot selection and things like that, the opposing team can't just key in on one player. And if we stop him, we win the game. And we saw that again tonight with five guys. To your point, like not a ton of assists, but the ball was moving, and some of that, those driving lanes are open at times because of their denial off the ball. They don't sit in gaps as much defensively as they do try to blow up handoffs and deny one pass away.
Justin, when did you know that you were going to be getting the nod to start tonight?
Today, yeah.
What was it like for you going through warm-ups, knowing that was about to happen, and then getting on the court and having a hot start for the team and getting the team rolling early?
I was trying to do what's best for the team. If that's what it has to do, if that's what it had come to, that's what I have to do.
Jestin, what does it mean for coach to have that trust in you after you guys, you lost 2 in a row, you come in, you get the starting nod? What does it mean for coach to have that trust in you?
It's just building trust through our practice, putting in a lot of work. So that's basically what it comes down to.
5 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. When's the last time you think you've had a night where you've only had one shot go out?
I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Nick, what prompted the lineup change in particular tonight?
I thought all the guys just need a little bit of a spark. Some guys that had kind of earned the right to get more minutes. And, T tweaked his ankle a little bit last weekend at FIU as well. Been in a boot all week. And some other guys just, you're out there grinding in practice. And some guys had really put themselves in position to help us win. And so we went with the change. And I thought everybody from the guys that the change that were in the starting lineup and the guys that weren't were ready to contribute. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Have a good night.